Hi angels, thanks for joining me. Welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to share with you the products that I have purchased recently, and there's a lot. I have mentioned a lot of these items on my channel already. I've done some tutorials with some of the makeup items, but I just wanted to do a follow-up of my thoughts of these products, because sometimes I don't get a chance to do that, just to let you know what I'm thinking of them. I am just going to pull them out randomly as I've got them in this little box, so they're just going to come out in whatever order they do come out, and I'll try and be as brief as possible and let you know what I thought of them. So if you are interested in seeing my thoughts on these products that I have mentioned in the past wee while, please keep watching. I'll try and start off with the skincare first, as I have purchased them over the past few months and I have been using them, so I can sort of give a little bit of an idea of whether I would repurchase them or not. Starting with the Revisions Vitamin C Lotion 30%. It has what they call THD ascorbate, is the form of vitamin C in here, which is tetrahexyldecyl vitamin C. It is supposed to be a more stable form of vitamin C than L-ascorbic acid, although L-ascorbic acid is the most researched vitamin C ingredient or active ingredient in skincare. I have been enjoying this. I really enjoy it because it's just a little bit different, and I've just wasted a whole pump. It's very expensive, this cream, so I'll make the most of it on the back of my hands. It's not a cheap serum. I got mine through Premier Look because we can't get it here in New Zealand, so I had to have it shipped to my US shipping address from Premier Look's website. I am enjoying this. I still, for the price, I do believe I am still going to repurchase this product, but not use it every day, and I am going to alternate it every day with my vitamin C serums that are far more affordable, which could be the L-ascorbic acid from the Timeless or from Mad Hippie, and I also really love my tetra isopalmitate vitamin C, which is in the Ordinary. So if I can buy those affordable vitamin C's, I will use them on alternate days and use this on alternate days. I do really like it. I just feel that it's quite expensive. It is difficult for me to obtain. I wouldn't be sad if at one stage I couldn't get it, because I do have the backups of my more affordable vitamin C's. But yes, I do still like it. I probably will repurchase this when I run out of this and just use it on alternate days because of the price. Two other skincare products that I got were both from Osmosis. I kept hearing from quite a few dermatologists that growth factor serums were supposed to be the be-all and end-all of skincare. I have been using the Osmosis Stem Factor, and I use this in the morning in combination with my vitamin C. I do one pump of the vitamin C and one pump of the Stem Factor and apply it to my face in the morning. To be honest, my personal opinion, and it could be doing wonderful things to my skin, but from my observations only and not from a dermatologist's point of view, I have noticed no great improvement in my skin as opposed to my Neewer copper amino isolate serum, which is a lot more affordable than this, and I do notice a difference in my face using that serum. I notice more of a difference when I stop using it, would probably be the best way to describe it. So although this has been extremely raved about as being an amazing item to add to my skincare routine, I don't know if I would repurchase it because of the price. It's very pricey, and we're looking at nearly $200 New Zealand for a 30ml bottle. I do think I would repurchase the Osmosis Renewal Retinol Serum. This is quite gentle on my skin. I know that it could be quite reactive and quite strong on other people's skin. I do tend to have the skin of an elephant's butt, I think. I do quite enjoy using this. I'm using it on alternate nights at the moment, because I like to use an acid serum in between. So I am enjoying this. I'm getting no irritation, and I possibly would be one of the retinol products that I would repurchase and use in my routine. Another item that I purchased recently was from Paula's Choice, because I've been trying to find different moisturising options, and this is the Paula's Choice Barrier Repair Moisturiser with Retinol. I do really enjoy this. It's quite a light lotion, it's quite a light moisturiser, so for my combo oily skin I am enjoying this. I tend to probably use this more in the evening, and I use it when I feel like I don't need lots of hydration or moisture or extra nourishing. I do have other creams that are a little bit more nourishing, but when I'm wanting something light, I'm finding this absolutely wonderful. And the cream of the crop of items that I have bought recently that I am just loving is this wonderful little eye cream from the Glow Recipe. This is the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. I use this morning and night. I love the little scoop that comes with it so that you're not sticking your fingers in the jar, and I use it on my under eyes. It is a beautiful base under my makeup, and I have found it to be one of the most nourishing and beautiful eye creams for under my eyes. And being 53, I definitely need to concentrate on my under eyes, and I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. Getting into all the colourful makeup stuff now, I have recently purchased, well, all these recently purchased items. Okay, the Colourpop So Jaded eyeshadow palette. I think you're going to hear this with nearly every product I have in this little box here, but I love this palette. I am very much drawn to my neutral palettes. I love my neutral colours. I'm at the moment trying to pick my top palettes for 2019, and I definitely am drawn to more of the neutral shades. It's probably more because in the morning when I'm making a decision, that's what I reach for. However, this palette with all its beautiful colours, I'm in love with it, and I've been having a lot of fun playing with these colours. The reason why I like this palette as opposed to a lot of other colourful palettes is, even though there's colour here, which is so different to my normal eyeshadow palette, they are muted, they are subdued, they're not neon, they're not super bright. They can be really toned down to a neutral everyday look, even if you use any of these shades in here. So that's why I like it. I can experiment with colour but not feel like a clown. And I'm not saying that people who wear bright colours look like a clown. They have the personalities to carry that off. They have the expertise of blending and applying bright shades that just look amazing on them. If I try and do that, it just doesn't cut the mustard. It's just not my style, it's not my aesthetic, and I'm not proficient in blending those bright colours. But something like this that's colourful yet subdued, an oxymoron, but subdued, I love this palette for the fact I can introduce colour into my makeup looks and not feel overwhelmed or like my eye makeup is wearing me. So that's been a wonderful addition to my makeup collection. Another eyeshadow palette that I just love, and I'm so glad I got it. It is limited edition. It is still available. This is from Anastasia, and it is the Jackie Aina palette. I just love the richness of this palette. It is just divine. I've been having a lot of fun with these shades. I think I will reach for a lot more in the fall and winter, as it's now summer here in New Zealand, but absolutely love this palette, and if you haven't got it already, I would recommend it, and I think it's going to end up in most people's top for 2019 at the end of the year. Another Anastasia palette that I bought recently, and I love this too, is the beautiful Kali Bible palette. I've done a review of this, and I will leave links to all the tutorials that I've done using any of these items in the description box below. But I love this palette as well for the fact that it is a lot more colourful than what I am used to, but they are beautiful muted shades that give me a look that's so different to what I typically wear, but I'm happy with every eye look that I've ever created with this. I just love the mix of colours, and I love the there's a couple of bright colours in there, but with the mixture of the other shades in this palette, it's not too much, and I really am enjoying it. And I actually have been wearing this quite a little bit for work recently. Another palette from Colourpop that I recently got was the Whatever palette. I love the shades in this. This is warm heaven for me. I think I'm going to get a lot more wear out of this in the fall winter as well, but the shades in here are just gorgeous, and they're just warm, muzzy, beautiful colours. The blendability and the pigmentation of these shades are just gorgeous, and I'm very, very happy that I have this in my collection as well. Moving on to a palette that I dropped recently and is a little bit fragile, so definitely won't be going anywhere with me in my travels, is the Viseart Neutral Mattes number 2, and I'm going to start losing them, but I dropped this and I have cracked quite a few shades in here, which is such a shame. I'm hoping that with more use and me using it, and I'll just have to use those colours first more, that I can get around it. I love this palette. I have the Warm Mattes and the Neutral Mattes one. This palette is just gorgeous, and I'm loving it, and I'm so pleased to have it. I love the Viseart matte eyeshadow palettes, and I definitely love the deep shades in here. If you've got medium to deep skin tones and you like mattes, these are just gorgeous. I love them. So very, very happy I have that palette. Getting into Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I love collecting these instant look in the palette 5-minute face on the glow palettes. I collect them all. There is only one that I haven't got, and that is the first one that ever came out, which was Natural Beauty, because it was designed more for fair skin tones and it was just way too light for me. I have all the others. Up until purchasing this palette, the Beauty Glow palette was my favourite, but this gorgeous glowing beauty has knocked it off its perch. Not by much, but it's definitely knocked it off its perch. The shades in here are just stunning. I love these palettes. I love the fact you've got a whole face in here. You've got your blush, you've got your highlighter. You can use those for eyeshadows as well for different looks. You've got a bronzer, you've got eyeshadow shades, you've just got lots and lots that you can do with this. I will continue to purchase these palettes as they are released, if they are colours obviously that I like, because I love the versatility, I love the blendability. They are some of my favourite palettes in my collection, and this is just crept up to the top of the list with all my other ones I have. I also like her 12 pan palettes that she brings out as limited edition. This is the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette. I love all three of the palettes that I have bought with these. I have the Instant Eye palette, I have the Starry Eyes palette, and I like this one in particular because, I'm sorry if I'm glaring you, I like this one in particular because the other ones are either various shades of the same, like neutral browns. I think on the first one they were more pinky mauvey tones in the second one, but this you've got some greens and you've got a black and some blues in here. It just gives you a few more options for taking a palette away with you. I do like this. Probably like other palettes in this pile a little bit more than this, but I do still really like it. I just love the Charlotte Tilbury palettes, and I think I would buy them anyway, you know. But they are a pricey palette. Like both of these were $75 US each. Speaking of more pricey items, I held off for a very long time buying Pat McGrath shadows because they were $125 US. That's the first point. The second point is that nobody in New Zealand stocks them, so we can't eyeball them ourselves, because a lot of the times what you see online does not translate to having the product in your hot little hand. The first palette that I did buy from Pat McGrath were the 6-pan palettes that she bought out, and they were okay. I passed on Bronze Ambition and I kept the Platinum Bronze one. Actually I think I've got two. I do have another one. I have the Bronze Temptation as well. I love that because it's got a beautiful red in it. And so I started with those, and then I got the Mothership 5 palette, and at one stage I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it or pass it on. I wasn't in love with it. I have since decided to hold on to that, only because I would never get my money back, and there are some shades in there that I do actually like. But recently she has released the Mothership 6 Midnight Sun and the Mothership 7 Divine Rose. Now these palettes are amazeballs. I love them. The Midnight Sun I adore. I love the mix of colours in here. I love the fact that there's some different shades in here that I am used to. I absolutely adore this periwinkle blue colour, and the green and bronzies just create the most stunning eye look. So happy I have that. That is going nowhere out of my collection. It is staying. And then recently, very recently, I'm actually wearing the look right now, and that is the Divine Rose, and this is stunning too. I mean, such wearable everyday colours with the pops of colour in there. And that's what I like about the Mothership 6 as well, is that there's so many shades in here that I can wear for work during the day and not be over the top. So love those palettes. I don't love the price, but I do love these palettes. I need to stop falling in love with them because I really don't need them, is the point. I don't need them, but am I happy I have them? Absolutely, but I need to pull my head in because it's a lot of money to spend on makeup, but love everything I've got there. And then recently, and I haven't done a tutorial on this gorgeous little palette because I had a bit of issues in getting it, but I purchased one of the Astral Blitz quads. This one here is the Iconic Illumination. Out of the three that have been released, I thought these were shades that I could get the most use out of. They are more neutral shades. They are stunning for an evening look, and I absolutely love them. Pleased I went for this. They did release some other colourful shades, and then there was Ritualistic Rose, but I think out of the three, this is something I would definitely get a lot more use out of. Pleased I have it. Didn't need the whole three, and happy with just this one. Now I've just got two more little items left to talk about. Now, one item that I haven't spoken about on my channel is the Fenty Fly Liner liquid eyeliner that I have recently purchased. I love this. Now, I had bit the bullet and I have hooded eyes, and so doing a liquid eyeliner is not the easiest of things to achieve. I don't like doing a wing liner because sometimes it just gets lost or it looks like I'm more droopy than I am, but I do like using a liquid liner like this to get right close to my upper lash line to create definition, especially if I was wearing false lashes. I had bit the bullet and bought the Tom Ford eye defining pen, and although it's really easy to use and it's a beautiful formula, every time I use it I end up with a big black line up in my socket line, and even later on during the day I do have oily skin, I do get quite glowy, and I find that it transfers and I end up with a big black line, and it's not cute. It's just really not cute. So purchase the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. It is so much more affordable and it's so easy to use. It has the most user-friendly tip to the pen, and it doesn't transfer. I do keep my eyes shut and sort of do this sort of thing to try and help dry it, but I do not get the transfer that I get with this very expensive Tom Ford one. So I would recommend the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. And then quickly, I'm just going to mention a product. I got this as a freebie in my birthday box from Mecca back in August. Now Mecca Beauty, they're Mecca Beauty or Mecca Cosmetica. They're in Australia. They've now come to New Zealand. We can buy online. I love them. Anyway, they have their own brand of makeup, and I had never purchased anything from their line before, but I got this beautiful highlighter mini for my birthday as a gift, with a beautiful brush too, actually, with this beautiful brush as well. And I mean, what a wonderful birthday gift for nothing. So I was really wrapped about that. But this highlighter, it's what I'm wearing today, is just beautiful. It's I don't know what it is about it. It's just a really, really pretty highlighter. It's an affordable highlighter. I'm enjoying it, and it's probably one I reach for the most at the moment. I sort of go through phases of my makeup that I like to use, but if you're interested in trying out the Mecca Cosmetica brand, if you're in Australia or New Zealand, I think this one is beautiful, and it's called the Enlightened Powder. Okay guys, I have been buying a lot lately, and it's not something I'm proud of, but I do love my makeup. I love my shoes, and I've been very good with shoes lately. I haven't been buying a lot of shoes, but it's all been going in my makeup. So I think sometimes having a YouTube channel, you find the excuse of why you need to buy it. There's never a need. I'm going to try my best to slow down on these sorts of things if I really need to. I really need to, because I need to actually invest in some classic pieces again in my wardrobe that need updating. Like I need a really nice blazer, and I don't want to buy a cheap blazer. I want to buy a really good quality blazer, and you know, just a couple of things I need to update that are high quality that will be in my wardrobe. A lot of the things in my wardrobe I've had for many years, and a couple of them just need an update. So I need to stop spending my money on this sort of thing when I've got a lot in my wardrobe here, in my cabinet here. And so next year, when I come back from the Christmas break, I am going to be revisiting, well, I'm going to be revisiting a lot of my palettes and a lot of my makeup, and just going and recreating different looks with palettes I already have. So if you have any suggestions of palettes that you own that you would like to see some looks with, please let me know in the comments box down below, and I will try and utilize what I've already got in my makeup stash already. I really do want to try and curb the spending I'm doing on my makeup. As I said, it's time that I needed to invest back into my wardrobe just for a little bit. And so I want to revisit some of the beautiful and wonderful palettes that I already own, that I've probably only shown you on my channel once, and I'd love to show you more looks with what I've got. So any suggestions, let me know, and they will be at the top of my list at the beginning of 2020. If you enjoyed this, guys, please give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope you've all had a beautiful and wonderful day. And I look forward to seeing you next time. See ya. Bye.